Good morning, everybody. I love it. I love it. Welcome to Residential Construction Career Day. My name is Chris Flanagan. I'm the Executive Officer of the Home Builders and Remodelers Association of Cape Cod. We are thrilled to have you here. We want to link you with potential employers and introduce you to why the building trades and construction is a fantastic career here on the Cape. Today would not have been possible without all the volunteers here today, our member companies who are participating, as well as the Cape Cod Fairgrounds staff who just do a phenomenal job for us every time we have this event. So we're so grateful. And in addition to that, we're very thankful to our annual sponsors who made today's event possible, our premier partner in every way, the Mass Hire Workforce Development Board for the Cape and Islands, as well as E.J. Jackstimer, Shepley Anderson, Falmouth Lumber, Resource Options, Cape Country, M. Duffney Builders, Mid-Cape Marvin, National Grid, Cape Associates, S&J ESCO, Lineal, Cape Cod 5, Northeast Tool, and so many more. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce my partner and prom date, Kara from the Mass High Workforce Development Board.
Good morning, everyone. I'm only going to talk briefly because I know you're eager to get out and see what today has to hold. But I wanted to offer you some advice. Do not be afraid today. Seize every opportunity. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself to all of these wonderful vendors. Don't be afraid to shake hands. Don't be afraid to give them your contact information. You are our future workforce, and the folks that are here today, they need all of you. So we're excited about that. You don't ever know when you're going to come upon a mentor, an internship opportunity, a co-op opportunity, or an opportunity just to visit a company. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce my mentor, Secretary Rosalind Acosta, who's the Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development for the Commonwealth. Secretary Acosta manages the Commonwealth Workforce Development and Labor Departments to ensure that workers, unemployed and underemployed, as well as employers, have the tools, training, and resources needed to be successful here in the Commonwealth. Secretary Acosta chairs the Workforce Skills Cabinet, and prior to joining the Baker administration, Secretary Acosta was a widely respected financial and banking services professional. Secretary Acosta has been named one of Boston's most influential women by the Women of Harvard Club, as well as a Lifetime Achievement member. Received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Association of Latino Professionals for America. Born in Cuba, Secretary Acosta earned her Bachelor's of Art degree at Wesleyan University, where she was a member of the varsity hockey team. She's also a wonderful mom of 5. We are thrilled to have her with us today, as she was supposed to be here several years ago. So please join together in welcoming Secretary Acosta.
All right, for all the high school kids here, tell me what you remembered from that bio. What should I leave out and what should I keep in? Okay, just give me just one thing. What did you remember? That's all anyone ever remembers, that I played ice hockey in college. Nobody remembers anything else, because that's the important thing. And you know why that's so important? Not because it was cool, because it really was super cool, but it was because it was part of a team. I was part of a team to make something happen. Actually, I had never played hockey before I went to college, and it was in the days that you were able to get away with that. But I was part of a team. We had to have a goal. We had to set that goal. We knew that we had to win. We knew we wanted to win. And working with my other teammates, that's what made that so cool. And you're here today as one giant team. How many of you are interested in construction? That's it? 3 of you? Then you should just leave. You should just get on your bus. I know what the problem is. You guys woke up really, really early this morning to get here, right? Really? How many people woke up like at 6? How many woke up before 6? Oh my goodness. How many woke up a minute before they had to leave the house? Yes, a lot of you. Yeah. So I know that you're tired, and the last thing you want to do is hear somebody like from the government talk to you. So here's what I've got to say. There are a lot of great people, a lot of great employers out here that want to show you all the cool stuff that they do every single day. I want to leave you with a couple of things today. 28% is a number you should remember. Over the next 10 years, construction jobs on the Cape alone are going to grow by over 28%. Another number I want you to remember, are there 11,000 of you here today? No. There are 11,000 jobs, 11,000 jobs in construction alone over this last year that have been posted as new jobs. Okay? If every single one of you took one of those jobs, we'd still have about 10,500 jobs left to fill. So there are a lot of jobs in construction. And how many of you like making money? Yeah, so do I. I'm one of those. The average salary in construction is about $71,000 a year. That isn't bad. So I would say to you that there are a lot of great vendors here, a lot of great booths. Try it out. Like Kara said, don't be scared. Don't be scared to go up. Don't be scared to grab the hammer, hammer that nail. Don't be afraid to talk to folks about what is it like. What's a day in the world of a plumber look like? What does a day in the world of a tree climber look like? What does that look like? And don't be afraid to ask those questions. And if you're a little shy, go with a buddy, and maybe your buddy will ask those questions. But before I go on, I also want to thank Kara for putting this together. I know this was a huge event that had to be put together. I want to thank Sam. Sam, where are you? Right there. Sam put this thing together, from Kara says, single-handedly. The other thing I want you to remember about today is that how many of you feel like you had to be here? Like you had to be here? Like your teacher said, look, if you don't go, I'm going to fail you. You have to be here. How many of you feel like you have to be here? How many of you want to be here? I like that. I really like that. I really like that. And I think that you have an incredible privilege to get to be here. When I was in high school, I thought I wanted to be an electrical engineer. And I had nothing like this experience I only read about it in books. And you know how boring it is to read about electrical engineering when you're 16 from a book? It's pretty boring. And if you don't get to touch it and see it and feel it, then I lost interest completely. So maybe I would have been an electrical engineer instead of a secretary of labor if I would have had a vocational school that showed me the way, or another school, a comprehensive school that showed me what it was like to actually be in electrical engineering. But there's a lot of opportunity for you here today. For the employers that are here, thank you so much. I know that you're all hurting because I hear from you almost every day. Every day you call me and you say, where is everybody? Where has everybody gone? Why do I have all these job postings and nobody's showing up? Do you know that we have 350,000 job postings right now in Massachusetts? And we have 135,000 people that are unemployed. So the math doesn't work. So we need to figure out ways to get every single one of these kids working for us, because we need every single one of you in the job market. And I really want to thank the employers for coming here. Apprenticeship programs are a real opportunity for all workers to make sure that they better their lives and get good, high-paying jobs. And we have over 10,000 apprentices today in construction alone in Massachusetts. So thank you to the employers that make that happen. Thank you for being here today. And I hope you walk out with some really excited kids that want to join your company, because I know it took a lot for you to be here on this busy season. And I live on the Cape, and it's really hard for me sometimes to get folks to come out and fix my heat or fix my air conditioner or whatever it is I need to do. So I need you guys, sort of selfishly, to to love this stuff. But I just want to thank some of the vendors that are here that I spent a lot of money on, like Stonewood and Harwichport. Who else? Who else did I see? There are a couple of others that I've spent a whole lot of money on over these past few years living on the Cape. So thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoy your day. Get at least one thing out of today. Just walk away with one thing that you're going to think about and that you're going to actually think about doing in your future. Just one thing. All right, guys, thank you, and I hope you have a great time. Bye-bye.
All right, wait. I know you're eager to get to see all the employers, but we have one other panel for you to hear. So it's my pleasure to welcome my colleague, Samantha Fonseca, and she's going to moderate the Women in Construction panel.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Secretary Acosta, and thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We have a really exciting day ahead of us. So right now we're going to start our Women in Construction panel. So my name's Sam Fonseca. I am from the Mass Hire Cape and Islands Workforce Board. I'm the program and data manager there. And I'm going to be your moderator for today's Women in Construction panel. So we have a wonderful group of 8 women up here who have each followed different career paths within the construction industry. And today they're going to share a little bit about their experience in the industry, how they got to the role that they're in today, and then also some advice as you all look ahead to your journey after high school. So thank you, each of you, for joining us at RCC Day. I know we're all eager to jump in and get started. If you wouldn't mind, we're going to start with brief introductions, just your name, your title, and the company that you're from. And Kathy, we're going to start with you and then work our way down to Gail.
Hi, my name is Kathy DeMeyer, and I'm the owner-president of Encore Construction in Dennisport. We are a remodeling firm as well as new home builder. Design build, we design what we build. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Savannah Reynolds. I'm a residential structural engineer with Coastal Engineering. We have offices in Orleans, Sandwich. We just opened up in Rhode Island and Waltham as well. And we do structural, civil, survey, marine, and a few others, honestly. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Crystal Pichel. I'm the Director of Marketing for Mid-Cape Home Centers, and we are a building materials supplier.
Hi, my name is Danielle Chin. I'm the Market Development Manager for Benjamin Obdyke. We specialize in roof and wall weatherization products.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Manfredo. I am a architect, senior project manager for SV Design. We're an architecture and interior design company for residential and commercial buildings.
Hi, I'm Ashley Entwistle. I'm project manager for Mac Davis Flooring. We're a high-end flooring company. We don't just supply, but we also install and finish, and we specialize in custom finishing.
Hi, my name is Gail O'Rourke. I'm owner of Whitewood Kitchens. We are a kitchen design and installation firm serving Cape Cod and the South Shore.
Thank you, everyone. All right, so we're going to get started, and we're going to start with Ashley and Gail. Ashley, do you mind starting with a little bit about what you learned from your first job in construction and talking about those skills that you learned and how they might have differed from the skills you learned in the classroom?
Dealing with people is probably the number one thing, because in school you learn problem solving, you learn how to take notes. All those things are important, but dealing with the people is really crucial, especially when you put in perspective if you're going into the residential sector. Bob and Sue may have been saving up for this renovation for the last 30 years of their life. This is extremely important to them, and you have to care not just about their feelings, but one, make sure the job's perfect, because this is their home, this is where their sanctuary is, and you have to respect that. Also, just as a project management side of it, when I see that my guys are on the job and they're respectful, they can speak to the homeowners, those are the guys that move up the ladder 10 times faster. I can trust them. I can trust that they're respectful of that home and of my builders and anyone else that we might be working with. Dealing with people is the number one thing that I think you don't necessarily learn in school because it's not a class, but it's crucial to your success. That's what makes you a leader. That's what makes you a business owner, is when you know how to navigate human interaction.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ashley. And Gail, do you mind talking about what you learned from your first job in construction?
So my first job in construction was 20 some odd years ago. I answered an employment ad in the newspaper, you know, when they used to have the little help wanteds, in my town for a cabinet maker's assistant. I didn't know anything. I was 30 years old. I knew nothing about cabinet making. I was very interested in it, and I was interested in building some of my own furniture. I went to that shop, and he hired me. And he hired me because, one, I was enthusiastic. Two, I had a background in math, because cabinet making is it's formula after formula after formula to come down to that first cut of wood at 6 inches. And the third reason why he hired me is because I did not know anything about cabinet making. So it's important to own what you don't know and embrace your enthusiasm and passion for what you want to learn, because the fact that I didn't know and was passionate and had the math background, and I was eager and young, and I just wanted to soak up all the information. That's why he hired me, because he could, one, teach me the way. I didn't come in as a know-it-all. He taught me the way he was a cabinet maker, because someone before that had taught him. And you will find that in this industry, people want to share their knowledge. They want to pass it on. They want to teach you. They want to watch you grow, because there's nothing more rewarding as a leader or a mentor or a teacher to see giving you real skills. Make that cabinet, make that door, make that table, and watch that process in a month from now. Look what you just did. It's pretty amazing. So embrace what you're passionate about.
Thank you, Gail and Ashley. Next, we're going to hear from Kathy and Savannah. Kathy, do you mind starting with what steps you'd recommend a student to prepare to enter the construction industry?
Well, I think you've all taken some pretty good steps with the schooling. Very important if you can get any kind of internship. But I think the most important thing is to find out what your passion is. You know, do you like carpentry, remodeling, building custom cabinetry? Because with that knowledge, you can gain an internship with many companies on the Cape. And knowing what that passion is the most important thing. There are plenty of companies out there very eager to take on interns or people starting in the industry. There's a wealth of knowledge out there, and as Gail said, everybody is so happy to share that knowledge. You don't necessarily have to be extremely knowledgeable in construction to start your construction career. Thanks.
Thank you, Kathy. And Savannah, do you mind talking about what steps you would recommend a student to prepare?
Of course. And what Kathy said is entirely true. Getting the experience, finding internships to gain, get your toe in the water, even finding what you want to do. Look how many people are here today for just residential construction day. So finding what area you want to do in, and then diving even further and asking all the questions you can to absorb all the information, get all the experience you can, and then you'll be great at it.
Thank you both. And now we're going to hear from Danielle and Caitlin. Danielle, do you mind starting with talking about the skills, ability, and personal attributes that were essential to success in your job?
Yep. So I actually graduated college with my bachelor's in marketing and communication. And when I got out into the work field, I thought I was going to be working in an advertising firm, a marketing firm, putting together programs for really glamorous products. And when I left college, I got a job working in the building materials industry, specifically paint. And I was working with a bunch of different aspects of different types of roles. And the one that really stood true to me was working with people, training, and development. And throughout my entire career working in sales within the building industry, that has stayed true for me. Working with people, you really need to love working with people. You really need to love training and talking and engaging with people to work in a role similar to mine, because you're always going to be customer facing. Another thing you really need to have as a skill or a personality trait is a willingness to learn. When you leave school, you learn a lot of different things. You feel like you've really like absorbed a whole bunch, and you're ready for the workforce. But I guarantee when you get out there, there's gonna be so much more for you to learn. You're gonna learn a million more things that's gonna help you be successful and shape who you're gonna become and what your career is gonna look like. So always have a willingness to learn, and an eagerness to learn, and not take yourself extremely seriously. Understand you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna have failures, you're gonna be told no, you're gonna be yelled at, unfortunately, you're gonna be ignored, but you have to pick yourself up and just move on to the next. And then finally, I would say you have to be motivated, you have to want to make a difference, you have to want to look at whatever role you're taking on and making it your own. Whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out. So being extremely motivated is another aspect.
Thank you, Danielle. And Savannah, do you mind talking about what you would recommend a student to take to prepare?
I would say that this industry is built off of a lot of relationships and connections and networking. You can't do anything alone in this field whatsoever. You always have a team behind you, whether it's a civil engineer, a structural engineer. I can't design a house without them on a piece of property. And then it goes down to your contractors and your subcontractors, your material supplies. It's all about teamwork and your connection and who you know. And that is a great part of being successful in this field, is that your connections you make along the way can help you to your next one. The people that you meet, the people that you learn about, the skills you learn from each different person, they can bring you up another step and bring you to more into this world to learn more. And the more you're open to it, the better off you're gonna be.
Great, thank you, Savannah. And last but not least, we're gonna hear from Crystal. And Crystal, what advice would you give to a young woman entering the industry?
I would say you're definitely making a very smart decision. That demand that Secretary talked about for the 11,000 jobs is only going to continue to grow. And that's something that I wish I would have known when I had gone to college and graduated, because I would have gotten involved in this industry a lot sooner. And I also probably would have encouraged my husband to, because you really can make a lot of money being in the construction industry. You can do anything from operations to sales, marketing, design, hands-on construction or hands-off construction. And you can also get involved with as little or as much education as you want. So the opportunities to grow and develop are really endless. And once you're in the industry and start gaining knowledge, you just become more and more valuable. You make those connections that these ladies are talking about, and you continue to gain more opportunity and skill set.
Thank you, Crystal. So that brings us to the conclusion of our Women in Construction panel. I want to thank each and every one of you who participated in the panel today. I know that the guidance and insight you all provided to our students is going to be super helpful and beneficial as they start to explore their future career opportunities. So I do want to let you students know that each of our panelists are available after the panel today during the event to answer any other specific questions that you may have. So as mentioned before, please don't be shy. Definitely connect with them, and I know that they would love to hear from all of you. So with that, I want to thank you all for being such a great group. It's now time to start exploring what we have left in store for you today. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. If you could please go find your ambassador.